Aum Friends, welcome back to our channel Zaz in Tarot Space. In today's video, we will learn about the Three of Pentacles. We have already seen that the key word for the threes is triangle. Also, when positive, it signifies strength and stability, and when negative, it has the power to split, cut, divide. And we have also seen that Pentacles is the practical suit of our tarot deck. It signifies all material things. Everything in this material world is signified by the suit of Pentacles. What happens when we put these two together? The threes and the Pentacles. Luckily, Pentacle is a positive suit for us, unlike what we have just seen in the Three of Swords, where it was a very negative card. Here what happens is that stability is maintained, and the uncertainty that we had seen in the Two of Cups, uncertainty in terms of decision making, uncertainty in terms of what could possibly happen, how things could develop, how decisions were not being made. This is a positive development over that. In this card, we can see three pentacles on the stained glass of the wall. We also see this craftsman showing off his work to a couple of interested patrons. At the same time, a sculptor is at work, standing at an elevated platform. This card is often known as the craftsman's card. It is about doing a job so well and so uniquely that you're able to gain patronage for your work. Basically, this card is about being able to work and then doing your work well so that you are able to get patrons for it, and then you are subsequently able to earn money or get the opportunity to mature and develop something. This is what the card is all about. When you receive this kind of a card in a reading, then what can be the subsequent situations that it could suggest? For example, probably you need funding for a project, and if this card comes up, then it shows that you will be able to get the funding for the project. Also, possibly time. If you need time for your project, maybe you were hard pressed on time, you'll be able to get the time. So whatever you need for completing this project will be given to you, and you will be able to do it successfully. It shows that you will be able to get positive results for whatever new program, new work, new exercise that you're undertaking. It is also a very good indication that whatever work you will invest yourself into will pay off. Now, there are a lot of other additional meanings to this card which are also equally important. So, we had seen in the threes a lot of places it is about groups. Like in the Three of Cups, we saw basically group work and collaborating with the team, or collaborating socially rather, So also in Three of Swords also is a little about group, or allowing a third party to come in and feeling hurt, etc. So the threes, the theme on groups is consistent. Here also it is about group, but then this group is different in the sense that this is a group at work or a group at office, whereas Three of Cups and Three of Swords was more about a personal group, a social group and a personal group. So what happens in the Three of Pentacles is that it is about teamwork. It is about coordinating with others in the team, functioning as a unit, being successful as part of the chain, and being able to contribute to the group with your work, where you can combine your efforts with the efforts of others. And this card shows you'll be able to find all the needed elements in so right from beginning till the end, any work has a lot of smaller aspects, so you'll be able to organize in such a way that everybody who's supposed to do their job is able to do it. It's like cooperating so that you can get the job done together, not singly. Now, when we're working as a team, another important theme that comes up is planning. You have to organize your resources. You need to know how to operate. You need the know-how of the work. You need to be consistent and hardworking. It's like in the story of the ant and the grasshopper. You choose to be the ant and work throughout and work consistently. All of this, even in planning, going over the possible hurdles that could come up, that will come under planning. Then being able to follow a schedule, reviewing things beforehand and being prepared. All of this. Also, when we talk about the Three of Pentacles, getting the job done is there, meeting your goals is there. Also, being competent is also a theme of this card. Achieving more than what's expected from you by others, or trying to achieve more than what you expect of yourself. Basically being up to the job and beyond. Yeah, so you are able to carry out an assignment well, you're able to prove your ability, you know what you have to do and you know how to do it. So when you receive this card, or when your querent receives this card, you know that the person for whom this card has been drawn has the necessary skills and the knowledge that they need to accomplish a work. Also, they are able to attract people in their team who will be able to accomplish the work, and they will be able to create a successful environment to accomplish the task at hand. And the work cannot be mediocre. It has to be at least the attitude of excellence. The attitude of excelling in your work needs to be there, and is usually shown that it will be there when this card comes up. So this is also a card where you take pride in what you do. You're able to accomplish your mission impossible. Yeah. This card, if it comes up in response to will I be able to get a job, it's a very positive card, because this card shows that the work that will come in, or the opportunity that will come in, is both emotionally as well as financially fulfilling. But friends, what happens when we see this card in a negative way? When we can see it is clear that the card has come up, but it is showing its negative meaning rather than the positive meaning. First and foremost, how do we know that the card has come up in a negative manner? Either it will come up in a negative position. For example, let's say we draw out cards and we give a position, what will happen and what will not happen, or else what are the positives, what are the negatives. So it could either be that the position that you have drawn this card for is a negative position, or else in case you are doing reversals, then the card could come upside down. And the third possibility, friends, is that the card is surrounded by all other negative cards. When a positive card is surrounded by a lot of negative cards, it very frequently loses its positivity, and it takes up its own negative meanings and also combines with the negativity of the cards around them to give a very negative meaning. In this case, when you see this card in a negative manner, then everything that was being promised in this card is now not being promised. So excellence, no. Mediocrity at work, teamwork goes wrong, planning goes wrong, you're not competent enough, you might not find the members for your team, the people who really know their work. It could also show that whatever work you have put in does not get paid off, you do not get results. The work takes off but does not conclude, or maybe the financial benefits do not come in. blocked money problems. So all of these things are the negative connotations of this card. Now, what are some of the opposing cards? Opposing cards, friends, we have already understood are those cards which are opposite in their meaning to the given card. So Five of Wands, where we see lack of teamwork and lack of cooperation, is an opposing card. Seven of Wands, where again there is opposition and dissension as opposed to the teamwork that we see here, the collaboration that we see here. In Eight of Swords, we do not feel up to the job. A lack of decision is there, a lack of direction is there. Whereas in the Three of Pentacles, we are feeling quite positive about our work. So these two are again opposing cards. Another opposing card is the Nine of Pentacles, where we do work ourselves rather than concentrating on teamwork. Now let us look at some of the reinforcing cards, or cards which have similar meanings. Friends, when we talk about reinforcing cards, it is not important that all the meanings are reinforced. Possibly one or more meanings could be reinforced, and those are the meanings which need to be given greater importance. So in the Hierophant also we will say that it is about working in a team or a group. Similarly, in Temperance, we are talking about combining forces. In the Three of Wands, we were planning and we were preparing for the future. It was also a work-related card. Three of Cups, we've already discussed, was also about working in a group. So all these are also reinforcing cards. There can be more. When you actually do a reading, you will be able to see the common things of the cards that come up in each spread. Then there will be some differences. For example, in Three of Cups, as we discussed, it is about working in a group, but in a social group rather than an official group. So there will always be similarities and differences between cards. But when two cards with similar meanings come up, then it is a strong indication that the similar meaning really needs to be read and interpreted, as that gains force, that gains momentum, and that really leaps towards us in terms of, an important theme in the life of the querent at that particular point of time. So friends, that was the Three of Pentacles for us. Now we will move on to our fours. So we will move on to our number series, where we will see what fours are all about. We will also at the same time move on to our individual fours, understanding what the Four of Wands signifies. Come friends, let us move on to our next video.